نحمده ونصلي على رسوله الكريم أما بعد فأعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته
السلام عليكم.
Alhamdulillah. Lena is feeling cold inside the house, Lena.
I just had to use this so I could go outside to do that.
Say it again, Lena.
I just had to use this jacket so I could go outside and tell my dad something.
I see. Okay, now what is the time for now? Let's see if we can do a self-check quickly, make sure anything extra is put away. And
I got my book and my pencil.
MashaAllah, I love that. And I love the cap, Manha, on your head, MashaAllah. My smart
The cap you gave.
Yes, Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah, yes.
I'm going to join from another computer.
Okay, inshallah, let's do that, and let's very warm welcome to my first ones of the first one. So Lena, this is not the time to eat anymore. This has to go away. I hope you know this by now, right? So put it far away so you don't grab it again, and time to sit like smart learners on our desk with our book, with our workbook, with our supplies. And you have a link here, so you have your Islamic studies notebook, and you are writing. Walaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. Ahlan wa sahlan, marhaba bikum. So this notebook is something very important. When you have your notebook, you are writing your thought of the day over here. Okay? And there is a link. If anything was exciting this weekend, I always look forward to listening about it. So definitely you can make sure that you share over there. Alhamdulillah.
Sister Javeria, can I tell Lena E something?
Say it again.
Can I tell Lena E something? Lena? Yeah? You know, when I was gone, I was having lunch. So,
yeah, and many of you still trying to come out of it, right? Alhamdulillah.
Oh, and Lena, did you know where I got the...
Okay, Bayan, we're gonna do this little later now because I have a thought of the day. We have 3 minutes for that, okay? So let's make sure your IS notebooks are with you and you are writing the thought of the day. Anything that you want to say, you can write it, okay? So good job, Farhan, but grab your Islamic studies notebook, okay? And Fazil, I think you have some issue with the Nuh alayhi salam assignment. You were not able to see it?
You're doing your work. Yeah, I couldn't find it.
You couldn't find it. So let's try to look for it right now. Fazil, let's do it together as to what's happening, okay? So can you go to Classic, and I'm going to go to Classic as well, and I will see what, because I think most of the friends were able to see it. Let me make sure that it is not hidden, right? Because we do lock it. Let's investigate if it's by any chance hidden. And everybody can see the screen, and I hope we are all... MashaAllah, writing. I love how Manha is writing. Lena, you're going to grab your Islamic studies notebook. So put the board marker away and you should have your pencil. And Erin and Azmina, I still need to see you. Okay, so...
I finished writing the thought of the day for me.
Okay, go ahead. You want to share your thought?
Yeah.
Go ahead. So, Bayan, you can say it also. Oh, that's the thought on your mind? This can go later. I want to have a productive thought, right, Bayan? So, but thank you for sharing that. So that's why I want to make sure that anything which is bothering us, it's put away in the right place, so that we have our mind all clear for something really exciting. Because today we are doing a story, an amazing, incredible story about somebody really special. And that is, you know, the milk mother of the Prophet Sallam. Her name is Halima. So inshallah, I'm just trying to resolve for Fazil, inshallah. Fazil, you can still keep writing the thought that you may have. and let's first be detectives and investigate what happened where, so that we can make
Okay.
sure that you have it. Okay, so if anybody else is ready for a thought of the day, they can always share it. Okay, so Nuh alayhi salam builds the ark. So is that for the Thursday assignment that you were unable to see, Fazal? Was it Thursday? You are, I think.
I thought it was January 25th.
Okay, yeah, I think I see the issue. I think I told Sister Mera not to hide them, but I think once we locked it, she'll probably hide it. So I did unhide it. So now hopefully you will be able to see it. Okay, I will remind again, but Jazakumullah khair for letting me know. You know, after the due date, we will lock the assignment, but we will make sure that we don't hide it. Okay, but you still have it, inshallah. So we are. How is the PBR coming along for you guys?
Good.
Good.
Sister Varia, I even wanted to tell something.
Yes, Manha.
What I did on the weekend.
Okay, go ahead. You can share.
I went ice skating and kept falling. Because my sister and brother forced me to do it without something to help me. And it was my brother's friend. My brother's.
That is so beautiful, and you can always write a reflection, right? So it's so great that you still kept on doing it, and I'm enjoying that how the cap is matching your shirt so very well. Manha, the stars, they all match. They look so beautiful, mashallah.
Sister Varia, how does this look?
Yes. Wow. What is that?
This is we had an Arabic project to make traffic light. This traffic light,
Okay.
and I made one red,
now we can
yellow.
say it in Arabic, right? Ahmar and Akhdar.
Yeah.
And
Ahmar, Akhdar,
Asfar.
I have one too. Can I show you it?
Yeah. You can.
So this is my traffic light. Akbar, Asfar, and Akhdar.
Wow. I'm putting it on Ahmar for your food eating in Islamic studies class, right? Right, Lina? You can. Yeah, and for Islamic studies, I'm putting it on the green now. So, mashallah, beautiful. All right, alhamdulillah. So, I hope you're all happy doing your work. And let's see, I think that's all. I don't have anybody in the waiting room. So, let's get started, inshallah, with du'as. Danish, where is your notebook? And Lina, see, where is your notebook? Make sure you have your materials. Yes. Yes, Erin?
Did you know you can cancel the waiting room, and if they're trying to join, they can automatically join?
Yeah, but at the same time, Erin, sometimes we don't want somebody who is not, is not supposed to be in here to be in here, right? But thank you so much for saying that. We can always do that. But I want you to be focused and be safe at the same time. So I don't want anybody, who is not supposed to be in here to be in here. Now, friends, I'm reviewing thank you, Lena, for showing me Danish. Thank you. You see what their instructions on the screen. So if you do R, E, A, D, read to succeed. So if you have your materials, right, then you can write the thought of the day in your IS notebook. So everybody is writing a thought of the day. It could be any one thing that you remember from last time. Musab, I need to see you. I don't see you right now. And you can always use the link. I know that today we had some issue with our chat in Zoom. I don't see it, but you can go to this link and you can share anything which is on your mind. Okay, so anything exciting that you want to share, you can go to tinyurl.com/we learn we share. And meanwhile, I just wanted to speak to one or two other friends. Musab, what happened this Thursday? We only had one homework. There was no homework even on Friday, so I don't see your work. Any reason, Musab? Musab, you can unmute. This was about the year of the elephants. Yeah, Musab, can you hear me now? Yeah. So your year of the elephants, your workbook pages, I don't see them.
What were
In your
pages?
Thursday assignment. Now it will be locked and you will have to email me, okay? Because yeah, because we were missing it and it definitely impacts your grade, right? So if you
Sister,
have any question regarding that, then I'm here to answer that. Okay?
this area
Yes.
is kind of is it supposed to show this page?
Bayan, I can't hear you properly. There's some sound coming from Musab's computer, I think. Yes, go ahead. Now say it, Bayan.
Um, is Tinural.com supposed to show this page?
No, I didn't understand again. Say it again.
Uh, is Tinural.com is supposed to show this page over here?
Yeah, it will take you to a page and then you will be able to write in there. You want me to show you the page?
Yeah.
You have seen it many a times, right? Maybe you forgot. So let me show it to you. And that's like, like in the morning you have the hadith of the day, just like that. This is there for us to communicate. So even we are talking to some friends, then you can share and we can all go and I can even read everything that you're writing. Okay, so you see here all I typed here tinyurl.com slash we learn we share, and when I go I come on this page. Okay, let me
Wait, what do we write again?
so if you go to this, it's tinyurl.com slash we learn we share, and when you go here you can share one thing I remember from last class, and
What do we write? I know what?
you see on the bottom the link is on the bottom. Okay, so but that is optional. Those who got it. Those who did not get it, it's okay. You don't have to worry about it. Mina, just give me 1 second. I just want to ask few friends because I was worried about their work, so let me just get that thought out of the way and then let me take what you have. Okay, so let me go to my screen where I was seeing your work, and I was worried for Arif. Is everything okay, Arif? This week your homework didn't come up. Yes, Arif.
Can I can I share my screen
No,
and
no,
share?
no.
Yeah, I forgot to
No,
bring
no,
my
no, no. Your name,
my
Arif. Only Arif can talk right now.
my books were at school
Okay, okay.
that
That
time
I see.
when
Okay,
I was.
okay. Jazakumullah khair for sharing with me. So now you know what you're gonna do, Arif. When you finish your work, then just email me. Okay, inshallah. All right. And same thing for
Hi.
Aaron. I think Aaron, your work was also. I'm waiting for that. Aaron, on the ear of the elephants, your workbook pages. Did you do it?
I did
Yeah, I
that.
don't have them in the system. So, and some people did not put their salah charts. So make sure if anybody is
Oh, I
putting.
remember.
Mhm.
It said you blocked it, but I don't know how to unblock
Thank you
it.
for saying that, Aaron. So we lock it today. All right, we don't lock it before. So today it's like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. It's 3 days late already. So now we have to lock it, and now you send an email to us. Okay, with if the work is done late. So I hope from going forward, this Thursday and Friday we can do our work on time. And Fazil, I hope you are able to see now. Okay, I think it was accidentally hidden, the Nuh alayhi salam one. Inshallah. So Arif, I think I got your mom's email also, so I think we are good. So you can just email and inshallah we will take care of it. Okay, all right, so let us begin with du'as and getting our defension strong. Thank you, Manha, for showing me the salah chart. Excellent. Let's start by saying everybody like relax now. Take a deep breath. Move your hands. Very thank you, Abdullah. And let's say together. A'udhu billahi minash shaitanir rajim. If you like, you can stand up and do that as well. I seek refuge with Allah from the cursed shaitan. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful. Rabbi zidni ilma. Rabbi zidni ilma. Everybody
Oh
hands
my
up. Are we
God!
there?
Advance me,
My Lord, advance me in knowledge. Very good. And three things we are asking. Allahumma inni
Allahumma
as'aluka ilman nafi'a ورزقا طيبا وعملا متقبلا. O Allah, we ask you for knowledge that benefits, for provision that is good, and for action that get accepted. Ameen Ya Rabbil Alameen. Beautiful. I will give you 30 seconds to show me some kind of a knowledge book that you think is beneficial in the screen. Let's see what are you going to show. The time starts right now, 30 seconds, to show anything which you think teaches us something beneficial. اللهم صل وسلم على نبينا محمد. 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 Okay, most of you grab your Islamic studies notebook. Why is that beneficial knowledge? Who wants to say it? Who wants to tell about it? Go ahead. Farhan?
Because it tells us about the prophets and teaches us about Allah.
Awesome. Okay, and Danish had the Quran was up there too. Azmina has a stick. Is that beneficial knowledge? Azmina?
It's not a stick, it's a pointer.
It's a pointer. So you are using that for beneficial knowledge? Yes?
Yeah, sometimes I usually use it for reading.
Okay, all right. Abdullah got his musaf too. Alhamdulillah. Lina was saying the storybook. Very, very nice. MashaAllah, Lina. And okay, Ryan wants to keep his name as Ilm. Ryan? Okay. Alhamdulillah. Change your name to correct name. And Lamis, what you're gonna say? Look at that. Fazlul Amal. That's a beautiful book, Musab. Thank you. That's like the virtues and the fazail, the benefits of doing actions. That is beautiful. All right, so let's get started. And the thought of the day you have written down in your notebook. My thought is again that you are scientists, you are explorers, you are important, you are loved, and you're respected, and you are amazing. And that's the reason we are here, Alhamdulillah. Now, today our learning target is that can we tell the story of Halima radiallahu anha. So it's going to be on page number 84. So let's open the book on page number 84. Be at a comfortable place, Alhamdulillah, and we are going to discuss it. And then we are going to write 3 lessons that we learned from Halima radiallahu anha. And I want to start with a dua that Allah enable us that we be able to meet her in Jannat al-Firdaus, inshallah. All right, and we be able to see her and hug her, inshallah. So give me a thumbs up when you are ready. You have your book on page 84. I like those who are comfortable. It looks like this, mashallah. Right, and very good. Okay, I might be asking you, you can keep, you know, if you are close by to the computer, it will be helpful to you know, respond if I ask you questions, but I really want you to turn the listening ears on at this time and absorb and think what, why this happened. Yes, good job, Farhan. That's the page.
I got the page fast because I was reading the Year of the Elephants right now.
Alhamdulillah, that's always a great idea. While friends are settling down, we use our time to do R, E, A, G, read to succeed. So Bayan, no phone looking in the computer for anything, just grab your book and let's be very focused. Okay, Aaron, where is your book? Everybody show me your book. When I'm going to do a 3, 2, 1, everybody just show me your book one time. 3, 2, 1. You see a donkey being pulled. We'll find out. Good job, Aaron. Open it on the page, Aaron. And Arif, your book is here. Arif is already reading. Can you show us the page? And Lena E, just show me the page. Danish, can you show us the page? Okay, good. I like that you're comfortable. I don't want you to be too comfortable that you go to sleep, okay? All right. So let us get started. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Lena, where is your book? We did the screen long time back that we need to be prepared in the class. We cannot be sitting in the class with our preparation not being there, right? So, story of Halima radiallahu anha. Bayan, let's move away from the computer. I need your book in your hand, not you looking in the screen anything, okay? Where is your book, sweetie? Show me your book. Your finger on the text, on the first word. Okay, just relax back. Anything else away from our mind. And page number 84. Good job, Lena. Okay. all smart readers. It was a tradition in Mecca that babies were put into the care of families living in the desert. Bayan, on the book, sweetie. Nodding the head will not help if you still are doing something else, okay? I want very focused learning. This was so that they grow up in a place with clean air, learn good manners, and also learn to speak Arabic as well. You know, today, in times of today, also there are some schools which are known as boarding schools, and sometimes the students they go there and they live there. Why? Because they are being trained for a lot of things, for good manners, and sometimes they are far away so that they get clean air and energy and things like that. All right, so that's the
And
reason.
hostels.
And hostels, they are also known as hostels as well. Very good. And even today, like, you know, like when you may have some older brothers or sisters who have gone for the university, they end up living in dorms and they are like fully on the campus and they are studying there. Okay, so tribes from the desert would come to Makkah to find children to look after. They liked looking after children from rich families. Why do you think they wanted rich families, babies from rich families? Why? Go ahead. You can unmute. Whoever has the answer and closer.
Um, because they wanted lots of money in return.
Yes, very good. So they wanted their own best
Because I'm
children.
almost done reading it.
Now what happened? They like because they get a large amount of money in return of their service. So now a special baby was born, and Prophet Muhammad Sallam, when he was born, he had lost his father, and he was born as an orphan. His father had passed away even before he was born. So when these families came to pick them up, nobody went to the Prophet's house. Why? Because they thought they will not get a good payment since he did not have a father. But Halima radiallahu anhu, who was from the tribe of Sa'ad, passed by Muhammad at first and then returned. Allah SWT had put the love of Muhammad in her heart. Amina, the mother of the Prophet eventually gave him to Halima to look after. This is how it's written here, but you know what had happened is that Halima, radiallahu anha, when she was going to Makkah to get the babies, her ride was very slow, was very weak. And she had a very slow time going to there. So most of the people had picked the babies from rich families and they have left. So by the time Halima went there, she had, the option to get Prophet Muhammad Sallam. And when she looked at him, she fell in love with him and she took this baby. Now, the year in which Halima radiallahu anha took Muhammad Sallam, there was very little food and water. Halima radiallahu anha knew that this child was a very special child because what happened when she took this baby and she was on her way back, her even the right started walking faster. Can you all guys make an action how we could put faster? So even the people, that they came early, now they were like, you know what, Halima, did you get a new ride? And she said, no, I got a new rider, which means that she had now, who did she have with him, with her on her way back?
Muhammad sallallahu
Prophet
alayhi
Muhammad
wasallam.
sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Very good. So on her way to Mecca, her donkey was so slow that the other women had to wait for her to catch up. However, on the way back with Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam in her care, the other women were surprised at how fast her donkey was going. They asked, "Is this the same donkey you came with, O Halima?" And also earlier she did not have enough milk to give to her own child. But now she had enough milk for both Abdullah and Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So once home, her animals started giving more milk than usual. People were very surprised because their animals were not giving much milk. They even sent their animals to eat at the same place as Halima's animals, but they did not give as much milk. Why do you think this was happening? What do you think?
Because of Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam.
Very good. Because of him,
He had many blessings.
yes, he was a very blessed baby and very blessed child, and then a very blessed person later. So Halima radiallahu anha returned Rasulullah sallam to his mother at the age of 2, as promised. However, Halima radiallahu anha begged Amina to let her have this blessed child for longer, and Amina agreed. So she wanted to keep him. Now there is an incident that happened that make Halima radiallahu anha a bit worried. So that's about the splitting of Rasulullah's chest. Do you know what happened? One day, while out playing, Abdullah came running to Halima. The kids were playing outside, just like you guys play outside in the park. How many of you like to go to the park and play and run around? Yes, it's so fun. Awesome. So they were playing, and then what they saw that they saw that somebody was next to the Prophet ﷺ, and they did something to him. So they thought that something really bad had happened, and they came running back to Halima saying, Qatala Muhammad, like Muhammad ﷺ has been killed. And so when they ran to Muhammad ﷺ, they found him sitting down and looking very, very pale. Who can make a pale face when you're like so like gasping for air and you're like, oh, you're so exhausted, something just happened to you, right? Look at that. Wow, good one. And Halima asked Prophet Muhammad ﷺ what happened. So basically, two angels dressed in white came and opened his chest, and they brought out his heart, like in real, at that time. Imagine 1400 years ago. And they washed it in the Zamzam water. And then they had put it back into Rasulullah's heart, and they had closed it. Nobody could understand that at that time. Now people do go through which is called an open heart surgery. But at that time, people didn't know about that. This also happens. So that made Halima radiallahu anhu become worried, and she already could see so many miracles happening, right? She could see that the animals were walking faster, they were giving more milk, the dates were coming more, so she could see he's a very, very blessed baby, right? So Muhammad ﷺ lived with Halima for a couple of years, then where he breathed the clean air of the desert and learned the best Arabic, and then he was returned to his mother Amina. And here in this book they are telling you around age of 4, so Allah knows best, but he was around 4 to 5 years of age when he was returned to the mother Amina. And sadly his mother passed away when he was 6 years old. After this, he remained with his grandfather Abdul Muttalib. However, at the age of 8, his grandfather also passed away. Now, you know what? Her mom, when she passed away at a place called Abwa. So that's still, between Medina, like, you go there. So there is this place where that is. So people today, even, they think they go there, and sometimes you don't want to construct anything here because we do not worship anybody other than Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But one time Rasulallah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, when he was after that he had become a prophet, and listen very carefully, friends. After he had become a prophet, he was going somewhere with a whole lot of companions with him. There was a lot of Sahaba going with him. And when he crossed this place called Abwa, where his mom was buried, he stopped there. And then he made a lot of dua and he cried there so much. And subhanallah, like this makes us realize that Rasulullah sallam honored his mother so much. And even today sometimes we say, oh, I'm so busy, and mommy is calling, and we are like, oh, I'm so busy, I'll come to you later. But the Prophet ﷺ like stopped the whole army. He sat down there, he wept, he remembered his mommy, and he took care of her. So subhanallah, it's like so amazing that inshallah don't take mom and dad for granted at all. And how many of us give mom and dad a big hug before you start your school day? How many of you do that? Very good, mashallah. Excellent. Thank you for raising your hands. And how many of you do that when you finish school? Even if you're not coming to school, and you're staying at home, make sure that you give them a big hug, all right? Let them know that thank you so much, you did so much for us, right? And if you have come to school, then definitely when you go home, take a shower, clean your hands, and then, you can give your big hugs. Anybody has any thoughts, any reflections, what's coming to your mind, thinking about Halima radiallahu anha? Hmm? How many of us think that yes, we can tell the story of Halima radiallahu anha, who was the milk mother? And Rasulullah sallam would always respect even his milk brothers and sisters. When they came, they were respected, subhanallah. So it is really incredible how she did that. So we have on page 103 in your workbook, you have the questions. So you are going to complete the statements, and tomorrow you're going to put the picture for evidence. If you like, you can work on them right now as well. This is on page 103, and then you're drawing as well with some story elements. So if anybody has any question, any comment, you can give it right now. Yes, Bayan?
I want to tell Lena C and Lena E something.
Okay, that has to happen a little bit later. I don't want the rest of the friends to worry, think about that. So let's hold on till we dismiss the class, then you guys can stay back and we can talk, okay? All right, when we're towards the end. Yes, Lena.
In Google Classroom, I can't find the Salah chart for this month.
For this month, you can find it. Okay, thank you for letting me know, Lena. Let's try to go there together.
I think it's in the classwork.
Should not be. Let's take a look at it and let's make sure.
It's not in because when I looked, I saw Jamaat Danny in the classwork.
The reason, Lena, I did not put the Jamaat Sani away is so that you guys can like those who have not submitted their completed Salah chart, they can still have it. Okay. But if you open it, you will see Rajab also in there. So it's still loading for me. Let's see, as soon as it loads, you will see it. You should be able to see it in your section. So if you go here, you have the hadith of the week. I hope you're discussing that with mom and dad and everybody at home. And then if you see, it says Rajab Salah chart. Can you see that, Lena?
Yeah, in my side it says Jamaat.
No, but do you see that? I have not put this one away.
Yeah.
It's still there, but you have the Rajab one as well here.
Okay.
Thank you for clarifying that. So let's see who is ready to mark the Salah challenge right now. Which date are we on? So friends, those who have submitted the Jamaat Sani, I'm so proud of them, mashallah. That's a full grade. And Abdullah showed us a couple of times how you can even mark digitally if you're not printing, right, Abdullah? So yes, so you guys should be able to do it. So go ahead, you have the annotate who can mark the date for today. Any chance anybody? Today is not Thursday. Who thinks today is Thursday? Okay, let's see. And we are getting closer and closer.
How do you annotate? It is February 22nd.
Yeah. So
how do you annotate?
Okay, who would tell Farhan how to annotate?
I know. You see option. Put on a Chrome. On the school computer for some reason. I know how to annotate. I can't do it because when I click option, it only says original size, enter full screen. That's it.
Yeah,
because on the school computer you can't do it. Can you see you are viewing Sister Javaria's screen? Yes. Next to that, there's a view options. Then it says annotate. I only see original size and enter full screen. Yeah, because on the school computer, for some reason, you can't. No, I know why. Because they didn't allow it. They didn't allow it in the school computer. In the setting, they just took it off.
I see. Okay. But
so you need to ask your parents to go and put the annotate option from Zoom.
Thank you, Azmina, and thank you all the helpers. Thank you, Fazal. Thank you, Lena. See, so mashallah, like if you're not able to even do it here, I hope you have your own Salah charts, and at that time you're marking them. Who has their Salah chart printed right now? The Rajab Salah chart. Look, we are already like so many days into it. It's already 10 days. Go ahead and show it to me on the screen, your Salah chart. Can you show me?
It's just right next to me.
Mashallah, very good. So, Fazal, you have it or you don't have it?
I don't have it. Like I have to have a picture of it because my printer's ink is low.
Oh, okay. So yes, you can do digitally also, Ryan, right? So put this color like green for your Salah chart. Right?
Sister Deveria?
Yes.
My Salah chart is across the room.
Okay.
That's where I used to be.
Okay.
Now since my dad moved the other desk, I moved here.
Okay, awesome. So Jazakumullah khair for sharing that. But as long as you're marking daily and you're discussing with family the choices that we are making, that's incredible. So inshallah, this Thursday you're gonna do the workbook on Halima radiallahu anha, and Friday we can do a steam show and share about the story of Halima. And you can use any crafts or prompts or things to show what we know and what lessons we learned from Halima radiallahu anha, how amazing she was and how nicely she took care of the Prophet sallam, and she did not give up, and she did the right thing at the right time. That was so amazing. Like when she noticed that this boy is somebody special, she even took him back to the mother as well, and although she wanted to keep him for long. So I am so proud of all of you for your amazing work. Give yourself a big pat on the back. MashaAllah, beautiful, beautiful work in progress, smart second graders. And inshallah, don't forget to give mom and dad a big hug for everything that they did. Okay? So Jazakumullah khair for being here. And if anybody has questions, they're most welcome to stay. Otherwise,
Class is not over yet.
wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
There's still, we have until 12:55.
Yes, so today I'm going to give you some extra minutes for your workbook catching up, so you can do that, and if anybody has questions, I can take them also right now.
Yes.
Sorry, go ahead. Who wants to say? Thank you,
Can
Amina, for
I
showing me.
tell the two Minas something?
Yes, go ahead. Now you can say.
Lena A and Lena C. I want to tell you like, so can we meet in girls club or on secret page?
Oh, you found out girls club.
Yeah, can we go to secret page?
Yeah, let's go to girls club.
Okay.
Yes, Abdul.
Assalamu alaikum, Sister Javeria. Sister Javeria,
Okay,
I want to tell you something.
yes, 1 second, Asmina. Let's make sure I tell everybody that let Asmina speak. Yes. Lamis and I couldn't see you in and out, so make sure you do your work, sweetie. Yes, Asmina.
So I want to tell you, usually, you don't know sometimes, if the assignment is hidden, or like we didn't do it accidentally, like the one, it's hidden, and then we need to send you the email, then you need to unhidden it.
No, I think there was some confusion, and since Sister Humera is traveling, I am just waiting. So I told Sister Humera not to hide it, so that we will lock it, but we will not hide it, so that you guys can still see it, and I can still get the email.
Because one time when I was doing my workbook pages, I accidentally didn't know that the known page, but then we didn't know which page was for the
resolved. Remember, we discussed it on PTC and we resolved it already. Are you talking about something new, or you're talking still about the old one?
Something old.
That will be resolved, right? So we have moved on from there. That was one assignment, and then we have make sure that it's available to you now, and alhamdulillah we can do it now. We are
lock it or hide it.
Say it again.
Could you not lock it or hide it?
I don't want to hide it at all. So that is something that I have told everybody, that please don't hide it. And the locking we have to do, Asmina, because if somebody does their work later, I will not know how to do it. Musab, you can do your workbook pages at this time. I gave you guys this time to finish your workbook pages.
Can I say something to Lena? Okay, Assalamu alaikum.
Is this clear? Why we need to lock it?
Which Lena? Assalamu alaikum.
Assalam wa rahmatullahi wa
Sister
barakatuh.
Sister Javeria, can I say something to Lena?
Yes, Baha.
Lena E. There's something in Google Slides. It's called Bayan and Lena Games. Game. And then there's something in there that has my name for some reason.
Yeah, I invited you to it.
There's tag, the name game, and the food game thingy.
About Lena?
Tic-tac-toe.
Games and
take the train somewhere, have fun, move the girls around to make them do something or walk.
Are you designing some games, Lena?
mm-hmm.
Bayan,
Chat and Nina Fahan Bayan will what?
so maybe on the Friday Steam Show and Show you guys can share with everybody, huh?
Oh, there's rule thingies.
All right. So Arib, you have any question, any comment for us? No? All right. And you have your workbook now, right? So you can catch up on your work, which was from last. Any question on that? Are you good, Arib? Alhamdulillah. All right. And Lamis, how is everything with you?
Oh yeah, both on the games, the
So
Bayan and Lena
Bayan and
games.
Lena, you can have a wonderful rest of the day, inshallah. And Lamis, can
You
you hear
and
us?
Bayan are both on the Bayan and Lena games.
Yeah.
I can
Lamis,
see
can
you
you hear
both.
me, sweetie?
We always go on.
Can you
It's
unmute,
Yeah.
weekly.
Lamis?
This time I'm seeing because it's been a long time since I've went on this.
Okay, Lamis, can you unmute?
Why do I look so grumpy thingy? Person.
All right, I think
You
Lamis is
just look
not
so
able to
good.
hear me. I'm not sure. Allah SWT make it
You can
easy. And
change
Lena
it.
and Farhan, this time is for something else, not for this thing, right? So finish your work first, and then you guys can have time for playing, okay? All right. So inshallah, you have a wonderful day. Lamis, if you're able to unmute, you can. Otherwise, inshallah, we will stop here. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.